This week on A Moment with Louie, I'm here with my brother Junior. We're asking questions to the boys of the Great Science Center in Spring Valley off Campo Road. So make sure you stay tuned and tap in. So the first question I got for you is before we even talk about the science shop, how did your father come to the U.S.? Because where's he from again?
Well, so basically my dad's from Syria. He came here when he was around, let's say like 22 years old, 23. He came here, he started working, you know, he was working the swap meet. He was working at a liquor store overnight, and you know, he just started saving money, bro.
I believe your dad said he was making like what, $5 an hour at the liquor store too.
Yeah, bro.
He was hustling, man. Hustling.
Yeah. $5 an hour, bro. That's how he started off. And they would give him 3 hours a day. If anything, 3 hours a week max. Liquor store throughout the week, and then weekends, like he would work swap meet. So he would just be liquor store swap meet, liquor store swap meet. From there, you know, he just bought his first car, a little Honda hatchback. And then when he first bought it, he didn't even have a license. He drove the car for like 10 months straight without having a license, bro.
Oh shit.
And but then he finally got his license and shit, you know.
Bro, first of all, before we go further, explain how your dad passed the test to get his license.
Oh.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, just real quick, you know, talk about the business. When my dad got his license, actually, he went to the DMV. You know, he applied for his he got the like the paper test and shit, you know.
Right.
So he gets the paper test and he's looking around. He's like, and remember, my dad came here 23 years old, 23, 24.
Not a word of English.
Not a word of English. Hi, bye, how are you? No, thank you.
Right.
Please. Very little knowledge of English. He just he started getting moving around, and well, he was in the DMV and he was like, you know, I don't understand shit on this paper. Like, what am I gonna do? So he said he just looks around for cameras, and he grabs a little book, you know, the little DMV, like the little handbooks. He just slides the paper in there, folds it in half, and just walks out of the testing area. He goes back home where he used to live with his roommate, one of his best friends back in the day. He actually passed away. And he went back home and he was like, hey man, you know English. This was like during the day when he went to the DMV. He went back home. He was like, hey bro, I don't understand shit on this paper. Fill it out for me, put the answers in, and I'm gonna go turn it back in right now. And his friend was like, what you mean? Like, that's illegal. Like, that's like, you can't do that. But I mean, now we're putting them on blast, you know. But and then yeah, his friend fills it out for him. My dad literally walks back into the DMV the same, like within a couple hours. And he just you know, he stands in like his little cubicle, whatever. He acts like he's filling it out. And bam, he turns it in, and the lady's like, all right, you got your license. So,
dude, it was funny. Because he told us the story like last week. So he was like, yeah, man, I just walked back in the cubicle. He was like, I was pretending like I was thinking hard, trying to answer the questions for a little bit. Dude, I was just laughing. He was telling us the whole story. It was ridiculous.
But yeah, so my dad came here. He was young. He started working. You know, he started grinding. Back in Syria, him and his brother actually opened up their first sign shop.
Oh, okay.
When my dad was 15 and his brother was 17. His brother my uncle just came here actually 2 years ago from Syria as well.
Damn.
He started his own sign shop over there in Syria. Him and his brother, you know, they basically were trying to help the family. They needed to find another way to make money, you know. So after that, my dad, he was like, you know what? I want to go to the U.S. But actually, before this, it was a story. You know, my dad had a couple cups of Black Label. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he was
on a little loose, more free.
He was on a good one. He was a little loose.
Right.
So he was telling us that one of his friends actually walks up to him with his visa. Okay. He's like, hey, look, bro, I got my visa. He's like, I had to work so hard for this, blah, blah, blah. Like, this was back in Syria.
Right.
You know, how many ever...
Not everyone just gets a visa.
Yeah, not everyone just gets a visa like that, you know?
And especially because he was single.
Yeah, like, you're single. What's your need to come to the U.S.
Is there a greater, demand, acceptance if you're married, with kids?
Yeah. It's like, you know, you're trying to seek...
Go travel, visit areas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, my dad's friend walks up to him, he's like, hey, yo, hey, I got my visa. I bet none of y'all can get it. Blah blah blah.
Like flexing on.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
he just
bro.
like walks on flexing on.
Talking shit. Yeah.
But he still his friend out there. Like
yeah.
Like, he was just messing with.
But it's
him,
like that little bullshit. Like, yeah, look what the fuck I got. Yeah.
And he walks up. My dad was. He's like, you know what? It's all good. I'll see you there.
Oh,
He's like, yeah, I'm going to America. I'm going to the U.S. I'm going to San Diego.
Yeah.
My dad was like, I'll see you there.
He was like, I'm gonna get my visa next
He was like,
week.
I'm gonna get my visa next week, and I'll bet you right now. He was like, all right, bet. So next thing you know, my dad goes to the to the embassy,
Right.
and you know he files for his visa, whatever. Officer tells him, what's your need to go to the U.S. Like why do you want to go? My dad was like, you know, actually I want to visit Las Vegas. And he was like, what do you want to visit Las Vegas for? My dad was like, actually, me and my brother run a sign business in Syria, you know, here in Syria. And we just, I want to go over there to look at all the signs. You know, Vegas is like famous for their signs, bro. You got signs everywhere.
Neon
signs, light bulb signs,
everything.
channel letters, all that stuff. Like, all this, like,
All the
beautiful signs. Like, it's really art, bro, honestly.
Mind you,
art.
he was making this up on the fly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he was just bullshitting the whole thing, bro.
So my dad was telling the officer, he's like, hey, or the agent, he was like, hey, you know, I want to go to Vegas to the signs. It's like it's a big factor over there in Vegas, you know.
Yeah.
And then the officer was like, you know what? You know, he gives him a hard time. He asked some more questions. I kind of forgot, but the officer was like, you know what? Well, you're gonna see Vegas, and he just stamps the visa.
Oh shit.
And, you know, they file paperwork and stuff, and yeah. Ever since my dad came here, and hey man, now we got this place, and you know.
How long was he? Did he have the sign shop running before he came to the U.S.?
All right, so in Syria, he was running the sign shop when he was 15 till he was like 20. I'm gonna say like 21.
Okay.
Oh no, from 15 to 20.
Right.
So his brother stayed in the sign shop, and my dad got picked. You know, like.
For the military.
Yeah, for the
In
military.
Syria, you're forced to go to the military.
Yeah, like in Syria, like
After you're 18,
if
right?
you're a
For
man,
2 years.
yeah, if you're a man, like after 18.
He was like an officer, right?
A little bit. Yeah, well, my dad was actually a sergeant. I don't know how they go by over there, but he was like he was a high rank, and he had his own squad of soldiers. He had 30 soldiers like under himself.
Yeah.
And and then after that, you know, my dad was in the military for 4 years, and then after that, yeah, he was like 24 when he came, 25.
Okay.
And he just came here, and yeah, so basically my dad, he was working in a liquor store and swap meet, saving money. He lived in an apartment with that friend I told you guys about. And then he started doing freehand painting, like signs. Back then, before these signs right here, it was like painting on walls.
Yeah, you know how like you go to grocery stores, you see like they'll paint like bananas, like
a mural.
Like,
like painting on like windows, or like 99-cent coffee deal, you know, like or, like holidays, like holidays he'll put like snowmans and stuff, you know. Yeah.
So he came from being an artist to being an artist.
Yeah, yeah.
Like just more advanced, kind of the going from what it was to what it's moving towards.
Yeah.
So, how long have you guys been running the shop? Like, how many years has this been going?
Well, my dad opened the shop. He saved up a good amount of money. He opened this shop in 1997. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what month, but 1997. That's when he was born. Yep. He opened the shop. You know, he was like, "Hey, I gotta start moving my own way. Like, I want to be my own boss. I want to make my own money." You know what I'm saying? So.
He was like, I got a family to feed. He's like, I got 3 kids now.
That's when my sister was born. My older sister.
Oh,
well, I only have one sister, but my older sister, she was born, and then he was like, you know what, I gotta start moving. Yeah. And then we came along. Well, I came along, and then he came along. So my dad was like, I gotta feed these little fat boys. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, my dad. He just like we first started off with the office like next door, right? Because we got 1, 2, 3 places, but one of them we knocked down the wall over there, so it's one big one.
You guys think you'll knock down this wall?
I don't think so, because this is the office. Because like the other areas was like all the like
It's like
dangerous
manufacturing.
stuff. Just like man, we got metals, we got benders, we got all that, like all that stuff.
Be dangerous for the
people. You can't really have anyone walk in there unless you know what you're doing.
Well, I mean, since now the company's flourishing so well, and you guys are doing really well. I mean, like now you guys are Metro PCS vendors. You guys are knocking out big contracts. Now you guys are doing big. Where do you guys think you're gonna take the shop itself in the future? Like, where do you see yourself expanding it, or do you see yourself expanding it?
Where do you see us expanding? We want to have different locations. We also want to do like car wraps. We need a good warehouse. You gotta bring the car in there. It has to be a clean environment. Okay. So I mean, we got a lot of plans in the future. We just gotta
we really gotta step hard up to it. We gotta put our right now. We gotta fully put our mind into it. We gotta stop wasting time. Put our full time into
just
it.
Dedicate, work hard.
So I guess my question is then well, what's the long-term goal of the shop, and then what are the short-term goals you're gonna do? Like, what steps are you gonna take? Like, you guys gonna start getting certain type of machines that are gonna push you to the next level, or what's going on?
Yeah, we're actually right now we are a Metro PCS vendor. I don't know if you guys saw that. Somewhere right here. Yeah, right here. We're a Metro PCS vendor. We do Metro PCS signs in San Diego all the way to LA and Bakersfield actually. Yeah, so that kept us busy for a couple of years, but now actually that Metro changed their logo. They changed their full name. It's not Metro PCS. It's Metro by T-Mobile.
Oh.
So you got
all the signs need to be redone. Basically.
Yeah, all the signs in San Diego, all the signs in the U.S. have to be redone to the new logo.
So that's just straight dough right there, right?
So yeah.
And you guys said you can't even use the old any pieces of the old signs.
Oh
so
no, you gotta start from scratch, yeah. Because they even change the colors too.
So you guys are a big bank, right?
Hey man, we're
okay.
Yeah, bro. We're just that's what I was getting on to. Once we get this contract going and this whole thing going, once we get the ball rolling, we want to get a bender for those letters. It's literally a big old table. It's a machine.
Yeah.
Bends the letters by itself. You don't have to have no one sitting there.
You just put in the
design. It's also gonna save us money because less labor. Right now we actually make everything by hand.
Oh. Okay.
So we got this guy over there cutting, putting it to work. Everything's made from scratch. So
what do
you guys know? He's a designer.
Right.
I'm an installer, manufacturer. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think your guys' favorite design you guys done?
There's quite a few.
There's a lot of nice signs.
Each one has different tastes, different.
Which one sticks with you though? When you think of the signs you've done in the past. Is there any that's dang, if I could redo that sign, I would just because it was so sick making it, or.
Well, I mean, they did a recent local one that's a big one right now. They did Green Cat Liquor recently.
Oh, y'all did Green Cat?
Oh no, actually we're working on Green Cat.
We're working.
How's
we'll see. Well, we're just right now we're waiting to get the approval to go ahead and start with the signs.
Yeah.
But
Green Cat Liquor, I need you to quit playing and let my boys do their thing.
Well, Green Cat Liquor, you quit Imperial. You know what I'm saying?
They have to send in what they're working on for Green Cat Liquor to the city so that they can do the permit and
so it's more just getting approved from the city now.
Right.
Because if it's too bright or something, it might throw.
Yeah,
not too bright. I mean, each city has its own regulations for size and limitations of what you can do. Maybe have a ridiculous owner wants to have a crazy ass sign just bigger than the store.
Oh yeah.
You can't have it. Everything has regulations.
Yeah.
Code.
What city have you guys encountered anything with certain cities that hold you back or makes it hard for you to operate?
It's all the time.
One time we had a permit.
All the time.
We were doing paperwork for a whole year. Just put a sign up in downtown.
Yeah, just for one little sign,
bro.
It's called Suki Day Spa.
Oh, okay.
We went a whole year with just waiting for paperwork. Back and forth with the city, bro. Oh, just this and just that. You know what I'm saying? Bro, if you go out there, you see a lot of shitty ass signs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And without license, without permits.
Bro, I swear that's one of Basam's hobbies. We will literally go around town and he's it's interesting because they live and breathe the shop. Literally, we'll go just any shopping center.
Bro, we'll go to
and they'll be under the sign. They're like, "Hey, yo, did you check out this sign? Look at this." But they're like, "Bro, this sign is ass."
Yeah, bro.
They're like, "Dude, we just cheap quality."
I'm pretty sure every sign guy does it, bro. You go out there and judge every sign because you're happy for your work. I bro, my work, I don't let shit pass unless it's 100% done, clean, quality. You have to, bro. You just gotta. It's your name, bro.
It's
you know what I'm
perfecting
saying?
your craft.
Yeah, like we don't have advertisement.
Yeah.
We don't advertise. Let me make that clear, bro. And it's like all of our business is word of mouth, and thank God, just that is holding us up here, and it's making enough. You know, we're making a living out of this. You know.
Well, I mean, we don't got no following, but I mean, at least this is somewhat advertisement now. Now
yeah, bro.
You push the name.
How come you guys don't advertise though?
I guess I don't know. That's just we could be late. Like that's like our job, you know. Like my dad, I just want my dad to kick back, and my dad's the seller basically. He's the
salesman.
He's the contractor.
He's a salesman. He's out there getting the customers and. But like my dad doesn't even walk up to places and be like, "Hey, I can do your sign for you."
They hit him, right?
Nah, it's like, yeah, bro. People hit him up all the time. Hey, I need new signs. When can you meet me up? What's up? I need estimates. I need measurements. You know.
Yeah.
And that's what my dad goes off of, bro. But what I'm saying is like, if we did advertise, it would just be like, I mean, we can. We just gotta be ready for it. You gotta be willing to, bro.
You feel like where you guys are at right now, you guys aren't ready for it?
I feel like we are.
We're slacking a little bit. I'll be honest, you know. But
what's our first couple years been working here? You know, we gotta like fully like. You gotta know every single thing in the sign business. There's so many things. It's not just like click, click, boom, the sign is done. Like there's so many different ways to like do things.
There's so many different types of signs.
Yeah.
There's so many different types
you
of.
You have to learn to master each one individually.
Like ways to do different things. It's crazy. It's just.
Because originally I just thought it was like make the logo and then you transfer the logo onto whatever you're doing. But like I came in to see you guys work a couple times and I've been like damn. Man.
Well, this dude right here, bro, he busts all that shit out, bro.
Yeah, like
he'll make a logo from scratch, bro. He'll designs all that stuff.
And he ain't playing. He did my logo, so if you like that one, he'll for sure do something nice for you. You know what I mean?
Whatever you need.
So like you were mentioning. Like, you want your dad to be more hands-off and kick back, so, you know, because he's worked hard already, you know? Yeah. Your dad's put in a lot of years. Do you guys see yourself taking over, like, the business 100% and then just running and, like, supporting, like, your dad and your family like that? Just you guys 100% running this?
Yeah. Yeah, me and my brother, we're planning on running this thing, bro, completely by ourselves. I just want my dad to, like, I straight up want him at home.
Just kicking it. You know?
Let him hang out with my mom, you know, take her out, whatever, go on vacation.
Black Label, get loose, you know.
Drink Black Label, you know, get loosey-goosey, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, it's like, that's our plan, and which includes expanding and investing, bro. That's the number one thing. We just we have to invest in this business. Because if you don't invest and you stay with the old style stuff, you know, you're not going to go nowhere, bro. You always got to keep up with technology, bro. So you have to keep up with all the new stuff, because it's not. If not, you're gonna go down, bro. You have to.
And then like you, man, you do all the graphic design. So like, how do you keep the creativity going, bro? Like how do you like just keep your brain solid? Like, cause dude, you make real like dope designs, man. Like I'll give it to you, bro. Like it's an artwork, man, and you like. I don't know, you got a special brain for it. Like, how do you keep it going? Like,
you just gotta keep up with like the urban stuff. You gotta watch. Well, you don't have to watch, but like you get ideas from like other logos. You know, you just gotta like visualize them and see them differently. Like, what could you do to make this one better, or like what could you do to like make it your style? Or just make it fit the picture. You know.
I got you.
So depending on like whatever business you're opening, it's gonna cater to your logo. So
and then like obviously you just didn't pick this up and just like. You weren't born learning how to do graphic designs and do all of this. Like, where did the knowledge come from, man? Like, how did you get to this like elite level, just like being able to like, boom? Because dude, you could bust out logos in a day, type of thing. Like,
I wouldn't say elite right now. I want to make myself elite. I mean, but that's gonna take time. Well, I just learned from my coworker. Honestly, he was here for like 3-4 months. I just learned whatever I could and just put it to use. Honestly, I didn't go to school and I'm training myself on the way. I'm still learning to this day.
So you're just learning on the fly.
I'm just. If I can make it,
that's the best, bro. When you learn by yourself, you know you're exploring by yourself, bro. You learn a lot. Like when things are given to you, bro, you're used to like give me.
Right.
When things are given to you, but when things are not given to you, bro, you got that ambition, bro. You earn it. You want to go out there and get it, bro. Like no one really, like our old employee that used to work here. He did show us a lot. He showed us, but like a lot of his designing and stuff, bro, is by himself. I see him clicking on random things. You know, you got to click on random things, bro. What's this for? what does this do? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
I know a little bit of design, but not like, I can't keep up with him, bro.
Is there a certain artist that you look after? Because when I think of artists, I think of Leonardo da Vinci and I think of Picasso and all that. Like, yeah, and then, but the way art's kind of revolutionizing and how it's becoming on the tablet.
There's just so many things you can do now with like graphic design. You can make it on your phone, literally. Like, there's just so many.
Well, that's the thing I was asked. Like, so how do you stay ahead of the game? Like, since you, I mean, like we have like honestly, like at our fingertips now. Like,
what I do, I just go on Instagram and follow like design pages.
Okay.
Where like there's like these couple pages. There's like they'll just bring up like a word, right?
Yeah.
And you have to like make a design towards it. It's like they try to like compare each other. Like they'll do like a race to see who can make like the best logo, you know, with the same word, you know.
Okay.
So it's just like making like being competitive a little bit. It also brings you up, but it's just like just gotta see what's out there.
I got you. So with like
this sparks ideas. Like you could be like sitting in a park and you see something and you're like, oh, this is gonna be everything, you know. Or like,
so with like evolutionizing the shop, obviously, like you say, you're gonna get more machinery to like help bust out signs like manufacturing wise. But like with all the graphic design, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna get into that's gonna help like with busting out like graphic designs?
We just gotta follow the wave, you know. Like every couple of years, things change.
Like are there like specific like softwares or like something like I think you were talking about like getting into like the 3D printer and like all that stuff.
Well, that's a whole different story. I mean, I do want to do like I did 3D CAD like in high school, so I learned a little bit like basics, fundamentals. But I want to like, well, if I was gonna do like a 3D printer, I can like make like physical objects. So, I mean, that just brings a whole different spectrum of like design. You know, it's not just like 2D on the screen. It's like
it's souvenirs now and then.
Oh yeah, you can just
everything that
make and literally everything. Like, whatever you want, you can make a phone case. You can make a water bottle. Like, I can make you a plastic shoe. You know, like. Whatever.
But something I do want to say is I commend y'all for staying ahead of the curve, because this game of graphic design,
business owners, it's hard.
It's like this graphic design age, you know what I mean? It's hard. It's getting so diluted.
Yeah.
Just to be able, anybody can make a logo, anybody can make a design, and for y'all to just keep growing and prospering through this time, it shows like how your quality and how you treat your customers. Because like you said, you guys don't advertise it. So it's straight word of mouth, and people only talk about word of mouth when it's good quality products. I'm not gonna buy some shit and tell my homie buys the same shit. But if I see something great done to my shop and I want to see my homie shop grow, I'm gonna make sure he's doing all the steps that.
Bro, you just gotta if you're gonna do something full time, put all your time and effort in it. You better love what you do, bro. If you don't love what you do for a living, you're gonna live a shitty life, bro.
You're never gonna be happy. You're just gonna be like.
Honestly, you see those people. Alright, let me put it this way. A lot of these people who own like you go to Bonita, bro. You go to East Lake. There's this one street that's like these big old houses, right? Yo, like how many of those people actually enjoy like get to live in their house, enjoy their time? Nah, bro. Half of these people out here working like slaves, bro. Like
working like 16 hours.
You're working hours. You put in hours, bro. You just to go home and sleep. And you buy yourself a mansion, just to go there and sleep and eat, bro. Like, enjoy it, bro. You know, love what you do. By that I mean open up your own business, be your own boss. Damn, I mean, I thank God every day that we got this place. You know, I didn't put it, but I'ma build it. Like I'm gonna build it more. Like we are, bro. Like, you know, my dad said it for us, bro. We're gonna build it more. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna just work. I'm gonna just work here.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. We got like my dad's 50. He's 58 now.
Yeah.
We're 23, 21, bro. We're with the newer people. You know, my dad's already in the old. You know, like we gotta keep up with technology. We gotta keep up with all the new stuff. Yeah, man.
So since you guys don't have like any advertisement, like it's all word of mouth. Obviously, you guys you guys put passion into it, and you guys love what you do, and like people love what you do. But like, what separates you guys from other sign shops? That because obviously, dude, you guys are doing something right. Like, what is that?
Well, a big key factor is like customer service. There's some sign shops that I've had customers tell me like people don't even get they never get their design back, or like they never they go ask for like a sign, they never get their sign, you know. They don't even get approved, they just ignore them. So
Bro, the thing is, when people walk in here, we treat them like friends.
You're my family,
Like I won't know this person that comes in here.
Right.
But when you walk up in, hey, how you doing? How's your day going? What can I help you with? You know, you just like get them to laugh, bro. Get them joke around with them. You know, make them feel comfortable. Cause you know when people walk in here, we look nothing like my dad. We look nothing like him. Like my dad's 5'9", weighs like 140, 150 pounds, and you know we're some big ass people, bro. So
bro, you guys don't even
like
look the same.
people walk in here, they don't think we're a family business.
Yeah.
Oh, it's these two big dudes and this old guy running it.
Yeah.
But nah, bro, it's like once people know who we are, bro, like oh we're family. My uncle's next door working too, and then they say oh it's a family business. You know, my respect. Like they're running this thing. You know, it's dope, bro. It's dope. It's all customer service is a big factor.
I think that's funny too.
Customer service, and quality, and speed, bro.
Yeah.
Quality and speed. You know, quantity, yeah, we count, like, we do a lot of work. We'll bust out a bunch of signs, yeah. But it's quality and speed, like, quality, you know.
Before we or do you got something to say before we transition? Go ahead. Before we transition, I just want to say, do what you love and love what you do. And there's a difference between living and being alive. Hope that didn't go over your head.
Good.
Alright, so we're coming back at you with the second half of our interview. Second half is going to be contributed to Jason, my boy over here, this new man in the clip, and Ferris. They're both co-founders of the brand Cmplexlyfe.style. So I guess where we'll start off is, how did you guys get into, where did Cmplex come from, I guess?
Basically, I was like, he was working one day at the shop, and I was just like, bro, let's make a car crew. Because I was new to the car scene at first. So at first it was supposed to be a car crew. And then later on it just turned into a brand that we started with. So I was trying to think of a name while he was busy doing his editing. And I was like, Complex. And then he looks at me and was like, you should add lifestyle with it. And I'm like, damn.
It's like a brand now too, you know?
And I was like, damn, so L-I-F-E? And he was on L-Y-F-E. I was like, damn. Lifestyle.
Yeah, okay. Like,
lifestyle, damn.
We about that life.
We about
Why?
that.
Okay.
Not life.
Okay.
So that's how it went.
So, like you said, it started off as like kind of like more of like a car club kind of scene thing, but do you guys want to just keep it strictly car club? Or I know you guys are starting to push like hats and stuff like that.
Well, I want it to be like a lifestyle brand, so like it's not just like clothing. It's gonna be like
It's like a whole
like
embodiment.
outdoor, you know, like it's like a.
Like water bottles, like pins, like stuff like that.
Well, no, it's gonna be like clothing. It's also gonna be like an adrenaline brand. That's what I say. I don't know if that makes sense to everyone else.
It's like it could be for like a
It
lot.
could be like racing, like
You know,
like skiing, or like all types of stuff. You know.
It's like, you know how Vans is just skateboarding?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they got just skateboarding shoes, classic shoes, and now they're making like running shoes and all that. Like
we want to fit every single. You know?
every single spot. It's like complex lifestyle is like we all don't live a simple life. You know what I mean? We all got some
We all got
complex
struggles, you know. We all gotta like.
We all got something that's different from everyone else. You know.
So you guys want to be the Vans of car clubs?
Basically.
So instead of sponsoring skaters, y'all are sponsoring drivers
Cars.
and cars.
Like certain cars that you guys seen, like. Okay.
And so like this is like just like a random question, but like with like, are you guys gonna like with sponsoring drivers and stuff like that in cars? Like, is it gonna be like y'all are gonna like start making it where it's like you guys have to like only accept certain people in, or like how's it gonna work with like the whole car club scene?
Well, the car club scene, it's not really like
it's not our main focus. Honestly.
Yeah, it's not. Our main
It's just
focus.
it's like.
It's something that helps us like promote the brand and gets us where we need to be.
But we also love cars at the same time.
We
so
do.
without, why can't we do it at the same time? You know,
Yeah.
do the same thing. Like.
How have you guys been promoting it? Like,
I've been recording a lot. I've been using either like a good like the DSLR cameras or like actually I've been starting to use my phone. I had a gimbal attachment, so like a stabilizer. And I've just been shooting my iPhone with like 4K.
That's how you've been doing your videos?
I've been, for the past 2-3 videos I've been posting, they all been like on my iPhone. So like, just
so
on
if
my
you need
phone.
some quick little dope video edits, hit the boy.
You know.
Tap in.
Got you.
Tap in with him, man. Yes, man. Check out their page. you know, you can shout out your page, bro. Check out the Instagram, man. They have some nice, dope videos. Jason does some really great work. So, you know, just tap in, you know, take a look, you know, see what it is.
So going back to Ferris, do you think having your father already own a business helps you get into the entrepreneur mindset and helps you kind of establish your own business?
Well, actually, ever since I was a little kid, you know, me and my brother, like when we were in like elementary school, middle school, high school, like we were like selling like candy or like, you know, just like making a hustle through school. We also just like, you know, we want to make money,
Right.
build a better future, you know, like we want to grow as a person. So we just gotta.
So where do you see Complex going then? Like,
Well, I feel like
where,
well, so far
like,
it's been pretty good. And just like we'll take the first couple of years, you know, we're like testing the waters. So like, you know, what if people don't like it?
right.
You always gotta have that thought. You don't want to put all this money into a business and then like it just crashes.
Yeah.
So like you gotta take precautions. You gotta make the right move. You know, you can't just rush it.
So okay, like obviously not rushing it, but like, okay, so what steps are you going like to like test the waters, but like not go too far where you're like expanding too fast for it and like it's not really taking off. Like I don't know. Like I guess the question is like, yeah, what are the baby steps? Like how are you going about it with the baby
Well,
steps?
there's no baby steps. You just gotta fail, basically.
What have you guys encountered any failures so far that you guys learned from or you guys grew from?
Well, that's why I feel like we're doing pretty good at the moment because like people like it. You know, it's like I've seen like people send me a picture like, oh, I just saw your brand on this bar. It feels good, you know. So it's like
Right.
it just pushes you forward, you know.
The way that we figure out like if we're doing things right is like when we make our stickers and we sell them out.
Yeah.
And we see like a certain amount of stickers that are being sold and some that aren't being touched.
Yeah.
And we kind of already know, okay, so this style, no one's really rocking with this. So we're going to step away from this one. And we just keep on, each time, every event, we always like bring out a new
We always
sticker
switch it up, you know, we always
and
change
see
it up.
what the consumers like and all that.
It's more of like trial and error type of thing.
Trial and error.
Do you, so your guys' kind of roles I'm kind of seeing is more of like content, like kind of making sure that people see it, and then your more role is making sure like we got a solid design and we're able to push things like accordingly.
Yeah.
Is that fair, like to pretty much say?
Yeah.
What's something about Complex that changes from it being another car club clothing to being an actual lifestyle wear?
You hit me with that one. Sorry, bro. Hold on.
Like basically, what stands you guys out amongst the people who are already doing
What's
this?
different?
Yeah.
Cause like there's like a bunch of brands obviously out there. They're clothing brands. You know, everybody's trying to start businesses now. Like everybody's trying to be their own entrepreneur. Like what sets Complex or aside from other brands? You know?
Well, I mean, most brands, like, they all got their own, like, slogan, or, like, they all got their own meaning to it. Like there's some brands in, like, the car crew, and, like, the car scene is, like, mostly, like, Japanese stuff, like, anime stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and, like, some are, like, oh, we're only simple people. Like, they're, like, a simple crew or something. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they make these weird names. We're Complex, we're all different each and every way, you know what I mean? Like some people like slam cars like down to the floor.
Yeah,
People
scraping.
scraping everything, scraping water and everything, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But like some people don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it's Complex, it's like we're all different, we're all not the same. Everything's all mixed up, you know what I mean? So that's what makes us all unique.
Complex life or complex lifestyle, right?
And I know Louie was talking to me. He had in regards to the clothing stuff like that. Like, we gonna see you guys doing like headbands or like visors or?
Oh,
Yeah, we got a lot of things.
Like,
coming up.
what in the clothing side of it like do you want to get into? Like,
I want to do like shirts, jackets, pants.
Is there anything like different you guys kind of want to do? Like maybe like get the parachute pants back popping, or get like the Michael Jackson Thriller.
I already
I'm gonna get that one glove,
We
say
come back with
Complex
that
on
retro
it.
stuff.
You know what I'm
We're
saying?
doing retro with this one, so.
I already told them that I'm trying to bring back the bucket hats.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bucket
Hey,
hats.
y'all do headbands? Like he said though, headbands, visors, shoes, bucket hat. Let me know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've been, like if y'all ain't seen, they dropped a windbreaker, and I think it's one of the hardest things y'all done. Like the one Gary be rocking.
Ah,
Shout out Bomber
the bomber jacket's dope though.
Yeah, for sure.
So with the shop, having the shop, does it like, is there just anything in the shop that helps you like manufacture like or do clothing? Like,
well, I actually just bought like my heat presses. I got my materials. So, you know, we got the stepping stone and we got like the foundation. We have an environment where we can do everything too.
okay.
It's not like I'm just doing it at home. Like I have a shop working. Like, you know.
Alright. And I guess like our last question for you guys would be like, well, specifically more for you is, do you see yourself down the road more just focusing on Complex and less on Great Science Center, or
maybe eventually
or do you always want to just do both and stay here, like you know?
Well, depends on how hard like Complex hits, you know. Like if it just makes more money at that point than the sign shop, well, obviously I'm gonna put more time into that.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna be at the sign shop, you know. Like it's like home, you know. It's like my second home.
Alright, I got you. I got you. Well, I mean, we appreciate you guys, you know, spending time with us and, you know, interviewing. You know, we really greatly appreciate it.
And thank y'all for tapping in. That's been a moment with Louie. Make sure y'all tune in with my brother Junior. He's gonna start his own podcast, interviews going, and make sure y'all stay on the look for Complex Life, because it's a complex life we got out here. So make sure y'all tap in, and make sure y'all tap in with where we're at right now.
Yeah, tap in with Great Science Center. You need logos.
Off Campo Road. What's the exact address?
9971 Campo Road.
Tap in.